Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to the station 106/ the Dark Night channel, and I am your host, you see. First of all, let's get it straight. I have never ever used an alias in my life. You see this? Never used an alias. Got the wrong guy. Second off, I want you to look at this and look at it closely. Who is the prosecutor? The prosecutor name on this court document is not actually who the prosecutor was. Her name was Crystal Johnson, who is now a judge. And I also want you to go ahead and look at this. Okay, he said I had 2 protection order violations, but if you read the bond hearing, you already know that the judge had ruled that there wasn't protection order violations, and they was actually dismissed at the preliminary hearing sometime in September when Jack Derahopian became my attorney. Now, you'll see that they had on 16th or somewhere, on the 18th or somewhere like that, they had a grand jury testimony. My initial appearance and my arraignment was on 6/21st, 2011. Then I didn't have a bond hearing. Jury trial was set for 9/6/2011. But as you see, my bond was violated at the grand jury testimony when they told her to lie. Get up on the stands and lie and say that I called her on the 2nd, which I never did. But you can see that I had a bond hearing on the 8th. I sat in jail from that time that I turned myself in, right, to all the way to then. Now, on the 30th, they staged a car accident. If you do the math, that's 22 days later. Okay, and try to say I ran the girl off the road, but he tried to say that I had, when he wrote the bogus police report right here, the deputy tried to say that I had protection order violations, and the judge ruled that there wasn't no protection order violations because she failed to do it, and the other one was incidental contact. Now, he also stated that they was working. They was working with the bonds company. Now, look at this. I want you to see this. She has accused me of what? Of sexual assaulting her. They misspelled my name, but I have the other reports as well. My name is spelled correctly here. Richard Cordova and his daughters, whatever, I don't know, Cordova. But anyway, you see this. Now, this was May 31st, going into June 1st. Okay. Now, remember, he claimed that Lee Darley Williams Adam was working for him, which is a lie. John Townsend was this man's, right here, employer. He drove for John going down to Sioux City. Now, what makes him a witness in my paperwork? What makes him a witness against me? Who did not appear at the grand jury testimony. And as you read, they was up the street listening on an open network, open phone. Okay? They already know. All right? Now, this is the breakdown. First of all, how did they know I was going to be at my attorney's office? Steve Rickenbach, Adam Turner, Breonna Turner. That's a conflict of interest. He said it's no public corruption. You're a damn lie. This guy, I'm going to put them next to each other. This is how bad the sheriff department is trying to cover this up, okay? Now, or they're trying to protect their friends from doing wrong justice, and precious evidence know what I'm talking about because of the things that he has quoted to me about my children. You ever want to see your kids, grandkids again, and all this and that? Why would you say that? Okay. Lee Darling Williams Jr. is the same person right here. You see that? Okay. A witness in my case is being allowed to put his hands on me. Then, that's where this happened in Hartford, South Dakota. Why haven't the sheriff department investigated this? Why haven't you, as a black man, did something about it? Because you're a part of it. Brothers don't do brothers like this where I'm from. But when they're on that side of the law, they do that. Okay. This guy tried to say I had 2 protection order violations. Please understand that I did not have no protection order violations. And Steve, when he approached me that afternoon around 15 minutes after 3, or a little bit earlier than that because I got there at 3 because I'm a very prompt guy, tried to say, what, I ran the girl off the road. And you see in the bond hearing that went down on the 8th, there was no state trooper's report. And the judge asked both the prosecutor and my attorney, was there a state trooper's report? And this is the catch. She wrote about them putting a gun in my back in a letter to the prosecutor and breaking my hand, but she never mentioned any of these names. You see that? Now, here go the letter where I went to the orthopedic surgeon after I got out. And he asked me, what happened to your hand? And I told him. And he said, that's what it looks like. He said, it looks like your hand's been squeezed. Because Adam Turner was trying to get the keys out of my hands to Mr. Marlowe's car, who they tried to say I ran her off the road with. Also, on this right here, he wrote in here that who was suspected in 2 separate protection orders violations, which are not, it's not a bondsman's job to violate my bond. That was proven in the bond hearing because the judge asked who was trying to violate my bond, and they never quoted any names or anything, but I think they all knew. But I have more respect for Judge Zell, Bradley Judge Zell, the most honored, is because he actually apologized. And he told Crystal Johnson, do not bring this back in my court. But I don't have no remorse for my attorney who I fired, and Mick Jensen, who she has made the recording and may have put my children's life in jeopardy on some foul shit. Charles Lee as well. Julius Hackett and Kendrick. And a lot of other down clown boys around here. Okay? Now you see that I was there for a pre-trial conference, but she had moved it for a meeting because we had pre-trial conferences next day. Okay? But it was canceled because what? I got incarcerated. Because they try to say I ran the girl off the road. Now, in the past, when I had protection order violations, they would have came out to Mr. Marlowe Hanson's house, kind of like how they've been harassing me about some petty shit. Okay, I know I got the protection order, yada, yada, but you don't have to keep harassing me about that foul shit. What you should do is be doing the sheriff department. It should be an investigate who did what, who put my life in jeopardy, who put a hit out on my life. That's what you should be. And why would a sheriff tell me you want to see your kids again, or and some don't your daughter have 3 kids? I've never been talked to you about my daughters. Why would I talk to you about my children? I haven't talked to you since August the 30th, 2011. That was the last time I seen from you, my friend. My lost brother, my lost black man. I'm just being 100 about it. Okay. First of all, I'm just going to say this. This is a bunk report. He did not write what actually went happen. He did not write that my hand was broke. He did not write that I had a gun stuck in my back. You see that? He didn't write nothing about that. So this is the thing. How did they know I was going to be there? And also, Steve Rickenbach, my friend, used to coach his daughter or whatever, son or whatever, stated to him that, man, I got involved with something I shouldn't have got involved with. And they all know who it is. Not trying to bring my friend down or anything like that. Actually, I got love for him. I got respect as a black man. But, you know, it's, a lot of shit has went on. And I see people flashing Instagrams, photos of my child, and one of them was actually an old picture that looked like it's been sliced and spliced. It's not paranoid schizophrenia or nothing. I have a right to be worried about my children. That's what it is. I have a right when a man says, oh, Ricky thinks he's going to receive $330 million. Of course you wouldn't want me to receive $330 million. Of course you wouldn't. Mick Jensen want me to see that? No one in the state of South Dakota. I never mentioned anything about the money. Jack Darahopian wouldn't want to see that. Of course. She wouldn't want no one to open up my case and start digging. So what would she do? They started a campaign and try to say what? Because I was talking about my case and tried to put me somewhere that has no bearing on me. Because I am talking about this and try to say, oh, you calling yourself the Dark Knight? Well, if you knew anything about me, I've been loving Batman since I was a kid. And I always talked about the Dark Knight. Heather will tell you that. And a lot of my friends in Minnesota would tell you, well, that's how we talk. That's how brothers talk. Okay? Black men. If you're not black or whatever and don't understand, don't try to claim, make it out to be something else. Okay? And that's the problem. You got too many people who are down clown or clown down. And a lot of our brothers today are actually that. Okay, you have been tuned in to another episode of 106/ The Dark Knight channel with your host, the one and only.